Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Elizabeth Doroba. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce held their 23rd Annual Business and Community Awards Luncheon on Thursday, October 24th at Sand Springs Country Club in Drums. The Chamber recognizes businesses and individuals in the Hazleton area with 7 unique awards that highlight their work and dedication to the community. Several of the award recipients this year included Kingston Ballet Academy for Small Business of the Year, Niagara Bottling LLC for Large Business of the Year, and Megan Starenchuk, owner of Stray Threads, for Young Entrepreneur of the Year. We spoke with Vice President of Marketing for the Chamber of Commerce, Leanne Falabelle, about what this event means to the community.
I think that this event is it's really a heartfelt event, especially our individual awards like our Young Entrepreneur of the Year and our Volunteer of the Year. They're individual awards, so it's just specifically individuals receiving them, and so they just hit a little bit differently. Our other ones are for businesses, and it really just highlights the businesses that have done outstanding work in the community growth throughout that last year. So they're really just outstanding members of the Chamber and of the community.
In addition to the 7 awards, the Chamber also presented 2 recipients with the annual Women's Empowerment Grant. This year's recipients were Anna Peralta Nunez, who is in her last year of the Registered Nursing Program at Luzerne County Community College, and Ruth Wheeler, a licensed real estate agent who is working towards her broker license. Nunez and Wheeler received $2,500 and $1,000 respectively. Falabelle also told us about the process of deciding recipients for the grant.
It really depends on our candidate pool. So it depends on how many applications we receive. Then our volunteer committee interviews the candidates, and we see how much money we have raised for that year, and then we just decide the committee decides every year how much they're going to give to each woman and how many women they're going to give it to. There have been years where one recipient was just completely outstanding and she got the whole full amount. And then there's been years where we just kind of felt like everybody was awesome and we divided it up equally, so it just really depends.
The full list of recipients and sponsors of the awards can be found at hazletonchamber.org. A former Tamaqua police officer has been indicted on child pornography and animal crushing charges. According to officials, Christopher Cortez allegedly communicated with one minor victim and used at least one social media platform to attempt to receive child pornography. Cortez has also been charged with allegedly creating and sending images of himself engaging in sexual activities with animals to a minor. Officials report that Cortez was also found to be in possession of child pornography at the time of his arrest. Cortez has been charged with attempted coercion and enticement of a minor to engage in illegal sexual activity, attempted receipt and possession of child pornography, and animal crushing in connection with the incident. The maximum penalty under federal law for these offenses is life imprisonment, a term of supervised release following imprisonment, and a fine. 2 people are facing charges after police say they were caught stealing cooking oil from a Luzerne County restaurant. According to Cunningham Borough Police, Giovanni Paredes Frias and Williams Francisco Reyes of New York have been taken into custody following a theft at Tom's Kitchen on State Route 93. Police were called to the scene on October 23rd around 6 o'clock a.m. when officers say the owner reportedly saw a white van near the waste oil tank. When the owner attempted to stop them, the men reportedly fled the scene in the van. Investigators say the owner followed the suspects onto Interstate 81 until police were able to pull them over. A search of the van revealed a gas-powered pump and 2 plastic pallet tanks covered in oil. The 2 suspects have been charged with theft, among other charges, in connection with the incident. Coming up on WYLN News, the Nuremberg Community Players invite the public to their upcoming show. Plus, the Hazleton Art League announces a microphotography class coming this fall. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network. Do you remember cranking down the car windows so you can pump up the jam? If you do, schedule your mammogram online today. Visit lvhn.org/mammo.
Hi, my name is Russ. I'm 4 years old. Tomorrow we will be playing and sunny out.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialist, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. It's high school football time on WYLN TV 35. You can always count on WYLN TV for all the action, not just the highlights. Check out the Game of the Week and join Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and the entire WYLN sports team as they bring live high school football to you. Watch over the air in Hazleton at 35.1, Berwick at 47.1, or Williamsport at 9.1, or Service Electric Cable, Channel 7 or 507, or online anytime at WYLNTV.com.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The Nuremberg Community Players are inviting the public to enjoy an evening of laughter and antics with their performance of the mystery comedy, The Boarding House. The Boarding House tells the story of the matriarch Miss Harriet and her eclectic cast of boarders at the Home Sweet Home boarding house. The plot of the story kicks off when a mysterious couple arrives in search of legendary pirate treasure supposedly buried in the basement. The owner of the boarding house is played by actress Rebecca Schumann, who told us a little bit about her character's role in the story.
Well, I'm Harriet, the owner of the boarding house, and I'd say I can be sympathetic, but I can be sassy, and I can tell it how it is. And I'm always trying to push cod liver oil on everybody.
One character in particular who tends to push Harriet's buttons is Mr. Richards, played by Carl Rumble. Rumble said he enjoys acting out the interactions between the characters.
Well, Mr. Richards is an artist. He has a very high opinion of himself, but he is absolutely allergic to all things work. And so he is a bit of a freeloader at the boarding house, and that prompts a bit of an antagonistic relationship with the owner, Miss Harriet. And additionally, he mistakenly takes some medicated tea intended for someone else in the show. So some zany interactions ensue.
The show will be performed at the Nuremberg Community Players Emerson Theater on Friday, November 1st, Saturday, November 2nd, and Sunday, November 3rd. The Friday and Saturday performances begin at 7 o'clock p.m., with the Sunday matinee scheduled to begin at 3 o'clock p.m. Assistant Director Diane Rumble encourages the public to attend.
I think it's really important right now, especially right now when everybody's feeling anxious and upset and angry a bit. Just laugh. Just go out for a night, forget your worries and troubles, and just enjoy the show. It's very therapeutic to laugh. It's healthy. So have a good time. We need more of that.
To purchase tickets, you can call 1-877-718-7894. The cost per ticket is $15. With spooky season almost upon us, the City of Hazleton has been gearing up for their annual Trail of Treats event at City View Park. The event will run from 1 o'clock p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. at 700 South Poplar Street in Hazleton on Sunday, October 27th. During the free event, families will have the opportunity to walk the Trail of Treats and collect goodies. The trail will include decorated booths sponsored by local businesses and community-minded organizations. Highlights for this year include free hot dogs provided by Wicked Foods and a dodgeball adventure hosted by the Mincy Trails Council of the Boy Scouts of America. Surprises at the end of the trail will also include a 5-in-1 bounce house castle, a 40-foot obstacle course, and a photo booth. Families are encouraged to come in costume and to bring a bag or bucket for collecting goodies. The Hazleton Art League has announced the launch of a new microphotography class beginning on November 6th. During the class, participants will have the opportunity to utilize the Art League's new microscopes and attached cameras to create compelling works of art. The course will be taught by Joseph Pecora, a respected photographer with a background in biology, and Dr. Carl Frankel, Hazleton Art League president and retired biology professor at Penn State Hazleton. For additional information regarding the course and to register, you can visit the Hazleton Art League's website at hazletonartleague.org. Enrollment is limited. Coming up on Berwick's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Mount Carmel, Part 1. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker.
Watch. 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it.
And let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops, and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook, or undercook, guaranteed.
And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1, 2, 3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
When Europeans first reached the corner of today's Columbia and Northumberland counties in the late 1700s, the area was largely dense woods. Its first boost came in 1808, when construction began the center turnpike through the area. Generally following the route of the colonial-era Kings Highway, it ran from Reading to Sunbury, with toll booths at various locations along the way. For travelers coming through the area where the counties met, the Mount Carmel Inn, operated by Richard Yarnall, opened in 1812. The name Mount Carmel had been bestowed in the area by local sawmill operator Albert Bradford. Impressed by the beauty of the area's mountains, he had chosen the name of the biblical peak on which Elijah had bested the prophets of Baal at sacrificing in chapter 18 of the first book of Kings, as he thought central Pennsylvania's mountains looked like the actual Mount Carmel. In Mount Carmel's earliest years, lumbering was its primary industry, and the forests around the fledgling community had much timber to give. Anthracite coal had first been discovered in the area in 1790 by Isaac Tomlinson, but would not be until about 1815 that it would be transported to market. The coal industry grew gradually after that, but would get its big jump in 1854, when the tracks of the Philadelphia and Sunbury Railroad were completed to town from Shamokin, allowing easier transport of the black diamonds from the area. The Philadelphia and Sunbury would later be merged into the North Central Railroad, which in turn would be bought out by the Pennsylvania Railroad, which ran as a subsidiary line. In later years, the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad and Lehigh Valley Railroad would also lay their tracks to Mount Carmel. With the arrival of the railroads in Mount Carmel in 1854, the coal companies soon followed. That same year, the Locust Mountain Coal and Iron Company established two breakers, the Coal Ridge and Locust Mountain collieries, and began regular mining operations. The Reliance, Alaska, Monitor, Locust Gap, Locust Spring, and Mount Carmel collieries were among the many that would spring to life in the area in the decades to come, making the community a solid coal town. Mount Carmel Township would be carved out of surrounding Coal Township on November 14, 1854, and 8 years later, on November 3, 1862, Mount Carmel would be officially incorporated as a borough. With the coal mine open for business, numerous ethnicities would come to Mount Carmel to work in the mines. Each brought their own customs and traditions with them, including their own churches. Mount Carmel would soon become known as a borough of churches, with steeples dotting the skyline everywhere. Divine Redeemer Polish Catholic Church, Saints Peter and Paul Ukrainian Church, St. Peter's Italian Catholic Church, St. Michael's Russian Orthodox Church, and St. Matthew's Slovak Lutheran Church were just a few of the many ethnic houses of worship to hold services in town. Jewish practitioners were also able to worship at Tifereth Israel Synagogue. Holy Cross Lithuanian Church, in addition, would open a school with the same name in 1908, the first Lithuanian school in the United States. Other businesses took root in Mount Carmel as the 1800s progressed. Some were connected to the mines themselves. Both the Mount Carmel Manufacturing Company and the Progress Hat and Cap Manufacturing Company made caps for the area's miners. Other businesses stood on their own. The Geiger, Hinkle & Company's planing mill produced hundreds of board feet of lumber at Market and Hickory Streets. General Cigar had a large factory on 5th and Hickory Streets for many years, churning out scores of cigars for smokers everywhere. The textile industry that took root in northeastern Pennsylvania also came to Mount Carmel, including the Lewis Brothers Shirt Factory at 5th and Walnut Streets. Cement blocks and silk products will also be among the items made in town over the years. 1897 would see the opening of the Anthracite Brewing Company on Lehigh Avenue and Poplar Streets. The business would survive Prohibition, after which it would change its name to the Mount Carmel Brewing Company. Among the brews it would produce include Metzger's Bock Beer, Ames Light Lager Beer, Black Diamond Beer, and Anthracite Beer. The brewery would close in 1951.
Contact Pete Kasalica for a home and auto quote today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
FNL Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rainer. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. FNL Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit FNL Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Jen was in a car accident, hit from behind by a truck, had a disc extrusion in her neck. A chiropractor should never crack a neck like that. We tapped it gently. She had other helpers like massage therapy, shots, cold laser. Her neck is healed. She doesn't need neck surgery. So check in this week if you have a bad disc on what your options are.